Okay, check it out, boys and girls. We are all the way down to the letter Q. And notice Q is not used that much, especially with capital letters. So we've actually got plenty of space here that we can practice Quentin, which is a name, obviously, and Queens, which is the name of a place in New York. It's actually a suburb of New York or Manhattan up around New York proper, but it's in the state of New York and it's referred to as Queens. But first things first, we've got to learn the correct way to make these shapes for the letter Q. Now, if you'll notice, the number 1 is inside the circle, but it's not that obvious where we're actually starting. So what we're going to do is stick with what we know with our other letters. We normally start at that 2 o'clock time, circling all the way around, like that. And then we're actually going to, as we circle around, we're actually going to come back and make the tail. Okay, so that's actually going to feel a little weird there that we do that. I'm not exactly sure why they've drawn it that way. To me, actually it's dipping below the line. See, I didn't dip below the line, so I messed up right there. So I've got to be careful. I've got the O shape, and actually what I could do is maybe start below, maybe, and then go back and add the tail this way. So this one seems a little strange the way they want us to draw this one. Doesn't really, to me, doesn't seem to flow very well. Adding that extra tail at the bottom. Maybe you'll find it fairly easy. I hope so. It's really not that hard a letter to draw. It's just the way they're drawing the tail there makes it fairly different. Actually pick your pencil up and go back and draw it. It just seems odd. You would think it was something you could keep your pen down the whole time. I mean, it looks kind of like a 2 right through here that's just been connected together there. That's sort of a leaning egg shape to it. And then adding sort of a little twist there at the end gives it the look of an uppercase Q. Remembering the O actually had the loop at the top. Q has it at the bottom. Alright, so here is Quentin. It's always Q-U. Ent. In. Quentin. So let's draw again. It's Q-U. Ent. In. Quentin. Right, let's try it one more time. In Quentin. All right, next, Queens. Again, see, every time Q makes that qu sound. E, that's coming from 2 E's. Queens. So here's qu. Eens. Queens. Qu. Eens. Queens. Alright, moving on down, we've got the lowercase q. Notice we're going to start it like we are going to make an A, but remember it's going to descend, go below the baseline to make the loop underneath, and then kick back up towards the dashed line. So starting at the 1, we follow around, create the Q. Here we make the A shape, descend below the baseline, loop it to the right, tail. Okay, keep going. Here's our A shape, tail underneath, tail at the end, or loop underneath I should say. A shape, loop under, tail. A shape, loop under, tail. A shape, tail under, loop under, tail. A shape, loop under, tail. And one more. A shape, curl under, and tail. And we're going to trace this last one with our highlighter. Our next one with our highlighter. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and get this one with my highlighter. So I'll be done with that line. So here's my A shape, loop under, tail. A shape, loop under, tail. A shape, loop under, tail. Okay, now we're almost finished. We have words like question, quit, quarter, and quilt. What we'll do is trace these. That same Q shape again. U, qu, s, ch, question. Now I know a lot of times we've said T-I-O-N always says shun, but if we say question, that doesn't quite come out right to say question. This one is actually going to be question whenever we say it. So that's a little different. And again, hopefully as we go over these, you're really starting to listen to how you say things, to the sounds that are actually coming from your mouth as you say these words, so that as you work on sounding them out and writing them, you can hear those sounds, start noticing some things that are a little weird that maybe you didn't think to check before because you just thought, well, I'm just going to write the word. She says write the word, so I'm going to write the word. What you need to do is be thinking about what you're writing. Why are you writing it a certain way? It's okay to ask yourself these questions, and of course asking other people, you'll find out that the answers are not really that easy to come by. You can get lots of different answers for words. All right, this is quarter, but we say quarter. It makes more of an or sound when we say it, when we're talking. So we have It looks like quarter, but we actually say quarter when we say the word. Here we have Q-U, quilt, quilt. Quilt. So down at the bottom we have a quail's quest to quack is quite questionable. That's an interesting sentence there, using lots of qu sounds with Q-U. Pretty cool little sentence actually, I think. And then of course some practice that you can get here. Notice the extra lines they've provided here for you to be able to write the whole sentence again underneath. Take your time and write as neatly as possible.